What's up, everybody? It's me again, Sanitary 103, always promoting clean eating and clean healthy lifestyle. Thanks for watching. So today's video, I'm going to go over some health benefits of a good old, and I have a bag right here or a box of green tea. And with tea, there are some health benefits that you can benefit from, and one being that it is not as, or doesn't have as much caffeine as coffee. Now, there's a lot of people that love caffeine. I'm not one of them because sometimes you feel a little too jittery, and tea typically will have a little bit of caffeine, but not as much compared to coffee. And also, it's not as aggressive. The tea, that is not as aggressive on your stomach, because for me at least, for some reason, whenever back in the day when I started noticing that whenever I would have like a mixed drink or an energy drink, which I don't consume anymore, or a caffeinated beverage such as coffee in particular, I would get a little bit of an upset stomach. So I find that having tea, you can get a little bit of caffeine to get your day started in the right direction, but it doesn't get too aggressive or feel too aggressive on your stomach, so that's definitely an option. This right here is I forgot to mention, this is a Asian green tea that I got at the Asian market, but there's all sorts of different types of teas that you can get at your local store, so that's a great benefit. So speaking of caffeine, another thing that tea can do is, because it has a little bit of caffeine, it can help improve the aid of digestion, especially if you are a little bit constipated and or you just have a slower digestive tract, such as myself, especially if you're going low carb or on a keto based diet, which can be very beneficial. But typically when you go on a higher carb or higher I'm mixing my words, when you go on a lower carbohydrate diet and a higher protein diet for a keto diet, or even if you're not going keto, you're not as aggressive with that approach, but you still go typically lower carb, that's where the digestion can be compromised, and tea can help speed up that digestion. So that's another health benefit. Other health benefits include, and I don't drink too much of white tea, but there are some out there. And white tea, because it is not as processed compared to some other teas, so you got to make sure to be pretty cautious about looking at the actual ingredients of teas. But anyway, with white tea, it does a lot of times it's not as processed, and because of that, it's more pure and it has more antioxidants, which is good for your body, for cleansing your body, and sometimes fighting off potential risks down the road from cancer. So that is another health benefit if you want to try some white tea. But I'm more of a green tea type of guy, but that's just me. Another health benefit, and a lot of people don't know this with tea, is that it's a great source of iron, vitamin K, and I believe vitamin A and D. And these vitamins are essential for having strong, right here, bones. And that's good because as you get older, you are more prone to getting osteoporosis, and more likely with women. I think it's a higher percentage of women, but men are not immune to it as well, and you can get a hip fracture as you get older. I mean, getting hip replacement is something that my grandma, rest in peace, she lived a very healthy life, but she did have to get a hip replacement as she got older. So these are things that you want to take into consideration, especially as you get older. And I think me, kind of my demographic, although this channel's for everyone, is typically in that mid 40, 30 to 40 to 50 range. So we're kind of getting up there in age, so we want to definitely be a little bit more careful. So that is pretty much it for the benefits of tea. There are some other ones, but I don't make this video too long. So essentially, in a nutshell, you can have some tea. It'll keep you a little bit energized without upsetting your stomach too much. And also, it is very low calorie, so if you're or if you're getting tired just drinking water all the time, you could drink some tea. Although I would not have tea as your predominant source of fluid intake, because it can dehydrate you. Anything that has caffeine can dehydrate you a little bit, so have some tea, but make sure you drink a lot of water in addition to having some tea. And by doing that, you can reap some of the benefits that I just mentioned. Thanks for watching this video. If this video was helpful, please rate and comment and or subscribe to my channel if not already. I put out at least 2 to 3 health and fitness videos per week. And if you have any questions, leave them down below. I'm pretty responsive, and I'll talk to you later. Bye.